Welcome, comrades. Welcome to Comic News. I am Koslov.
And I am Dimitri.
We are here to tell you about the news happening in the comic book company. We are very good at this.
Yes!
We should have borscht after this, by the way. I heard a great place in town. Okay, fine. We're just fucking with you. It's us.
Yeah. But we still are going to have borscht.
Damn right we are. I'm not joking. There's a nice place in town. So, hey, this show came back after a week.
No, what the fuck?
I managed to actually get off my ass. And plus, of course, news. We're recording this on Valentine's Day. And because you people love to hear about my insane social life, I'm going to tell you one thing that's a bit of a miracle. I ended up not hating Valentine's Day this year.
What the hell?
I know. Thanks to high school, I became the Grinch of Valentine's Day sometimes.
Yeah.
I hissed at everyone unless they gave me chocolate. Oh, by the way, if you are like me usually on Valentine's Day, tomorrow is going to be great if you love cheap chocolate. Just keep that in mind.
Actually hiss at people?
If the people who literally just get in my face about how quote unquote in love they are, I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. You're just here to piss me off. But we love each other. Yeah, have fun next week. They're like, what? Oh, you trust me. I know how this works. Yeah. By the way, I was practically right on that guess. They had a horribly hilarious argument in the middle of the hallway that almost ended in violence.
Oh. So you're in college, right?
I'm in college.
Okay.
And this year was easy. I didn't have to see too many gut-wrenching, puke-inducing loves of affection, except for one. Now, my usual routine is every couple days I have to be stuck at the college because I don't have a car currently, so I have to get a ride up there from my mom. Yeah. And she had to go to work at like 9 a.m. So I'm there around 8:30. I have 2.5 hours to kill. I'm just on my laptop, whatever. And then I see this guy come in. He has a box of chocolates the size of a fucking tire, a teddy bear the size of me, a bunch of balloons, and a baby.
A baby?
A baby.
Like one of those small humans?
Yes, I know that's strange to say. See, Manos, but this guy had a baby. Again, okay. I assume it's his, and there was a girl sitting in the lounge where I was sitting, so, it's not hard to connect the dots. But to myself, I said this. I said, either it's Valentine's Day or I just witnessed the aftermath to a weird-ass robbery.
He's one of the robbers from Raising Arizona.
That, as little as I've seen of that show, that makes so much sense.
Yeah,
but let's see.
Well, yeah, I've had, during my single days, I never seemed to be a very successful Valentine's Day person. I don't know if you have a word for that.
You failed at Valentine's. Get out.
Yes, I generally hated it. It was, like during my late teens, early 20s, and late 20s, a very successful moping day. That was really good for me.
Hey, that tradition keeps on and on and on, Manos. Don't worry.
No. I've been fine for at least 10 years.
I mean for everybody else.
Oh, for everybody else, yeah. Sorry.
We're here now. You could hang out with us.
That's right. We could be your Valentine. And we won't give you blue balls. Or blue lady things. I don't know.
We'll just give you comedy. That should work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's see. Yeah, today was good. The only negative was I missed my bus home, but then again, that's what I get for talking to a girl in a hallway for an hour.
You moron.
Let's see. Either go home and be bored out of my skull, or stand in this hallway with this girl I'm crushing on.
Actually,
What?
you made the right choice.
Yeah, I instantly made the right choice because the excitement waiting for me at home was taking care of my dog, and that's about it.
Ooh.
As sad as saying I'll go watch something on DVD, in reality, it's a sad thing to say because you people probably have seen or at least got an idea of my taste. My DVD collection consists of superhero movies, most of Stargate, and a bunch of Doctor Who.
You know, when I used to work at the video store, we used to do special end caps. You know, if a particular holiday is coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I got put in charge of doing the Valentine's Day one, and I had just broken up from somebody, and it was like it wasn't a great breakup, wasn't terrible, but I had the appropriate amount of bitterness about it.
Only the appropriate amount of bitterness.
The appropriate amount. Well, that's because I dumped her.
Okay, that makes sense.
Usually when you get dumped, there's a lot more bitterness.
So true.
But just a word to the wise. That's how it goes. You get less bitter when you initiate. But I had put every fucked up relationship movie I could think of in the Valentine's. There was no real true romantic. It was all like it was Chasing Amy and Fatal Attraction and
nice.
And just any like crappy movie I could put. And it was funny. There was one woman who I'd seen like several times during that month, and let's see, she looked at me and she said, "Hey, they told me you came up with the design for this year's Valentine's display?" It's like, "Yeah, you've done a great job."
I would say that to you.
It was hilarious. She started telling me about this shit divorce she's been going through, and she'd spent the last week like renting the movies I picked out.
See, people, Manos helps people.
It's right. I help people through art.
Damn right he does. Speaking of art, buy Red Knight #3 coming out this week. No, I'm sorry.
That's right. If you buy Red Knight 3, you will get laid.
Warning, that may not happen. Just saying.
Yeah. You have to buy all 3 issues if you hadn't got them all, so.
Oh, I'm set then.
That's right.
I'm going on PayPal during the show and making sure I send that to guarantee it. That's
going to be my new ad slogan. What do you think? Buy Red Knight, you'll get laid.
As long as you don't have anyone who takes it seriously, I think you're good.
Oh, come on. Comic fans never take anything seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's so true, right? It's not like, some of these stories are riddled with serious or blown out of proportion stuff this week.
Yeah. Hey, what are those stories?
Well, let's move. Our first story is basically they showed the covers to the 2 books taking place in Earth 2. I saw your reaction somewhere, either on Twitter or Facebook. World's Finest, I think, got some anger from you.
Well, that's because I was perfectly happy with the version of Huntress that we had for the last 20 years. And I don't remember anybody voicing any kind of sorrow that we didn't have Helena Wayne from Earth 2.
I understand that.
Like, where was that huge, big fan base going, "Oh, get rid of this Huntress. We love that other Huntress. Oh, who is Batman and Catwoman's daughter."
I like that one at Birds of Prey, the show.
Yeah, that show that nobody saw.
Unfortunately, because I finished it. It's amazing, in all honesty.
And so it's not like, oh yeah, let's get on that whole Birds of Prey TV show.
Damn right.
Bandwagon. That was from.
Hey, Manos, if they did that, you would have at least had Barbara Gordon as Oracle. I'm just saying.
Exactly. But I do like the costume. I do like Power Girl's costume, by the way. I think it looks really good.
That's where I'm talking about the ire. Some people are a little upset with it because DC, for once, covered her up a little more.
Yeah.
Now, again, I have no problem with this. The gold boots and the gauntlets look kind of goofy the gauntlets at least. The boots are okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just looks tacky. But I saw some people
tacky superhero costume.
Too tacky. I can only take so much tackiness, Manos.
Yeah.
But I saw people. Now, understand this. There are people who, for years, ragged on the old Power Girl costume.
Yeah.
A little justified, but most of the time, the character wasn't just that, so I forgave it. Now that they changed the costume, people lost their shit, as usual. Oh, no, we can't see her cleavage. That ain't right. Like, okay, I get it. That's a classic look. As much as people make fun of it, then again, every costume's made fun of by someone. A lot of people respected it. I just kind of got a little annoyed by the people who were upset with the fact that, they gave her technically a logo. That's not much of a logo, but it's something.
That's true. She's never had a symbol besides her tits.
Yeah. And again, I've read that ongoing before the relaunch, which is one of my favorite just series of all time, because everyone on that was great. They made a joke once in a while. They didn't exactly, bring attention to them every waking moment. That's the thing. Maturity, people.
Yeah, I always thought it was Adam Hughes who kind of got that going, and maybe Bart Sears. Bart Sears made her tits really big, and I think that kind of caught on.
Yeah. And it's kind of a part of the character. It's something you just, as goofy as it is, you don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is like the character really developed as like a personality. I mean, she just wasn't, some big tits in a cape.
Hear that, Rob Liefeld? Sorry.
Yeah, and what I liked about her was that she knew, she was a self-aware character, which I liked a lot. Because you never see Wonder Woman really, or actually any other female character. I mean,
except for the pilot, Manos, which was so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the pilot. But,
that scene's just face-palmingly stupid. I'm just saying.
Oh, what? I couldn't believe that. Dumb? But
out of everything in it, that one's just no reason for this to be here other than to make you hurt yourself.
Yeah, but we see a lot of female characters very scantily clad and barely covered up and really don't seem to acknowledge anything, and everybody's cool with it. And I don't know, she seemed to be the only character who was aware of her developments. And I thought that made her more endearing, actually.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't hate the new costume. I do like I'm told that Perez added the stitching, the lines to the costume. The white bodysuit part.
Mm-hmm.
It is better than she's had some bad costumes in the past.
She has.
Remember that, what was that? That blue and white one that she had for a while?
I'm thinking of that goofy gold and white one.
Yeah, although, to be honest, I like that better than the blue and white one. The blue and white one was terrible.
I need to remember what that looks like real quick. I need to look that up.
Yeah. The yellow and... the gold and white one, it was almost like a Dick Grayson Nightwing costume.
It was.
Had the collar and... But I like Huntress's costume. Thank God she's gotten rid of the god-awful Jim Lee version, which would come back every so often. Like, you think it'd be gone, and then it would come back again.
People love Jim Lee's designs.
I hate that. I hated his Huntress costume, though. It was so stupid. I mean, she's not bulletproof. Why does she have, constant, openings on her costume? I didn't get that.
That's kind of the opposite of how Power Girl operates when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if she was bulletproof like Power Girl, it's like, okay, I can see some, windows in your costume. Okay. For some reason, it just nobody explained to me why that made any sense. But are you also mystified with the shot of I guess, is that them in the past?
I
In the
don't
back?
know. I don't know because I don't. Again, I'm willing to accept it because this is a completely different continuity, and I'm laid back that way.
To be honest, I've gotten to the point where I just expect every continuity to be out of continuity for DC. It's like, why is this any different than anything else they do? It's like, why couldn't they just release this as just another book? And just
I,
say, oh, yeah, this is like 3 years ago.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for both of these. So we haven't talked about Earth 2 at all. I like the cover of that a lot. It looks awesome. I might be acting stupid here, but I think it looks awesome.
That's okay.
What do you think of the costumes in that versus the costumes in the 52 and the relaunch?
Uh, okay, I guess I'll look at it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to bring up horrible memories, Manos.
Well, they look like I don't know, they look like they could use some meat and turkey legs.
That's kind of why I like it.
I don't know.
I like Wonder Woman's the most. Yeah. Different strokes, I guess.
Very different strokes, sir.
Very, very.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, some people like the money lot.
yep.
The money pit.
hmm Anyway, so I'm excited to check out both books. Will they be great? I don't know. I'm willing to give it a shot.
I would rather be punched in the face.
But Manos, why would you want to buy anything by Rob Liefeld? I mean, the guy has 3 ample opportunities to do this to you now. Even though and by the way, someone was expecting us to talk about him taking over 3 books last week.
Yeah.
I want to state this about it, because after that got announced, I think not even a day after it got announced, one of the editors went up on Facebook and said, we're on, I think all but one, we're giving him co-writers, and I am quoting the editor on this one, because he sucks at storytelling.
Whoa.
So we're going to have to give him someone who has an idea about storytelling to make it, readable.
Wow. Really?
I just want to give you this point here. There's someone at DC who saw this, who actually said, wait a minute, we gave Rob Liefeld 3 books. We better fix that somehow. But we don't want to make him sad. Apparently when Rob Liefeld cries, your heart's broken, so I'm guessing that's how he keeps getting work. Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah. I could see him sitting on the steps, in front of DC. His hands, on his chin.
He's giving the Puss in Boots pose.
He's all depressed. And Dan Didio comes out. It's like, hey, Slugger, what's wrong?
He pets his head and gives him a ball cap.
Yeah. Nobody likes me, Dan. You can't listen to those idiots.
Me and my goatee will help you out.
They don't know what's in your heart, Rob. I saw that young kid go out there, and he drew a picture of Die Hard hitting somebody with his crotch.
Damn
who else
right.
Would do that? Nobody. That's who. But you. Now I want you to get out there. I want you to draw the best kind of thing you do. It's all excited and runs back in. You hear 90s inspirational movie music swell up.
Disney is proud to present the Rob Liefeld story.
With Robin Williams.
Ooh, young man, ooh, ah. Wait, would he be Rob, or would he be Rob Liefeld, or would he be Dan DiDio?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh.
No. He has to be his inspiration. He's a fictional editor character that inspires Rob.
Feet are important. Look at my feet. Dan, that good. Ooh, ah, ooh.
All right.
We just created the greatest movie ever, by the way.
Oh, you know it.
Okay.
With Dennis Franz as Peter David.
Damn right. We are so pitching that movie. And no one will give a rat's ass. So, Manos, you take this.
All right. Update! DC Comics announces Batman, Teen Titans, Animal Man annuals for May.
Oh, what will we do? Yeah, that's kind of summing it up. Yeah, they announced a couple annuals, and since it's a new #1, DC's freaking the fuck out, of course, technically.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much the story. What kind of teams we got here? Batman, Annual 1 we will be written by Scott Snyder, of course, who is the true ruler of the Batman universe now.
Damn right.
James Tynion, the fourth, a collaborator on the upcoming Court of Owls backup.
Which I'm excited for because Raphael Albuquerque's doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And some Animal Man. And, yeah, May, okay.
In May. And there's Teen Titans. Apparently that's going to set up Ravagers. Good luck with that. Again, I'm not checking that out. It's also... Here's the thing about Teen Titans. It's basically this prelude to Superboy, Legion Lost. Yes, Legion Lost is still around. Teen Titans, and also Ravagers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I have noticed that Fairchild from Gen 13 is in Ravagers.
I have never read Gen 13.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Gen 13 was a big thing back in the mid-90s.
I understand that, but I have still not read a damn thing.
Yeah. It's one of those things that really came out like gangbusters, and J. Scott Campbell created it.
Oh, that's right.
It was one of those things that came out like big. Oh yeah, all the kids are loving it. Oh yeah, we got a character in the book called Grunge, and
that reflects the '90s right there, I think.
Yeah, that's the problem with the book, is it instantly dated itself, I think, with some of its writing and material. But otherwise, it wasn't a bad book. And it's weird that I gotta say, it's odd seeing some of these Jim Lee. I know I'm probably getting off the subject here. It's odd seeing some of these Jim Lee Wildstorm characters show up in the DC universe, not in any way close to their original forms. Like, we got several Wildcats characters, but there's no Wildcats book.
Yeah.
And we got Fairchild, but it doesn't seem like there's a chance of Gen 13, or I don't know if there's any other character from that book hanging out around somewhere. And Stormwatch has, like, Martian Manhunter on it, and
Apollo and Midnighter.
Oh yeah. Where are they? Oh, they're in Stormwatch.
Yeah. Isn't Voodoo from Wildstorm?
Yeah. Although I've heard that this isn't the same Voodoo. Whatever Voodoo you do, I guess it's fine.
Stay away from me, Labyrinth fans. I'm just saying. Anyway.
I don't know if they're building to something with the Wildstorm stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's just it seems weird that Jim Lee's one of the architects, and a lot of his characters are kind of like in these weird positions. I don't know. Maybe because of him, they're at least there. I'm not too sure how all that stuff went.
Because
I wouldn't mind a Wildcats book.
Yeah, because you remember when Wildstorm announced to be closed down, a lot of people kind of were like, "Oh no, we'll probably never see him again." And then of course they all started showing up first in Flashpoint. Now they're all thrown out randomly in this new universe. It's like a dartboard. Like, okay, we'll put all these pictures of all these different teams, and we'll also have blank spaces for solo titles. That's how we got Grifter and Voodoo. And then we'll just throw darts.
My assumption at this point is we're going to maybe build up to all this stuff. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like maybe they're building to Wildcats or Authority and stuff like that.
Or they just saw, hey, we're not doing anything with these characters. Let's just put them in. It could easily be one or the other.
I hope it's not that. Is Grifter any good? Have you read Grifter?
No.
Okay.
I I know someone who's reading it. VXS Fedora or Nightwing or whatever the hell he's calling himself now. I know he read it.
Okay.
But he eventually dropped it, I think.
All right.
He's still reading Red Hood and the Outlaws. That's all
Oh,
I
I know. I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, we both do. No personal, dude. We're just saying, good for you.
Yeah, you. I guess we're talking directly to him now. You Twitter a lot about Red Hood.
If not Nightwing, Red Hood.
Yeah. Just about as much as I Twitter about Red Knight, and I created that guy.
What do I frequently Twitter about?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I mean, what's something you've produced that you'd like to Twitter about?
Yeah, I got nothing. Frank Miller's Hat, but that was a co-production between you and me.
All right.
Okay.
Well, all right. You need to produce something and then start Twittering about it.
It'll be great. It could be like a college paper. That's fair enough.
There you go. Hey, Twitter about your... Yeah, that's a great idea.
If you're even in college, I don't know.
I want to see something about something you've done for college on
or
Twitter
high school. Or high school.
Or high school. I don't give a shit.
This is weird. We've weirded him out, and by now. So give me a sec here.
All right.
And now, because it was so much fun to talk about this last week, more creative musical chairs at DC.
Woohoo! Dim bim bum boom bow. That's the theme song.
We're still working on it, folks. We swear.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little confusing and hard to follow, but I'll do my best here.
Yeah.
So, Travel Foreman, who's on Animal Man, he'll be moving over to Birds of Prey.
Yes.
And then the guy on Birds of Prey is moving over to Resurrection Man.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Dagnino, I think is his name. He's moving over to Suicide Squad.
Yes.
And then out of nowhere, Steve Pugh, I think, who drew Animal Man in the 90s, he's going to be on Animal Man.
That's his name, actually. That's his professional name.
What's his real name?
His real name is longer. It's Steve Pew Pew. He's from Texas.
Why can't he go with that? I would love him if he did that. I'd read everything if I saw like a serious name and then pew pew on the title. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm really upset I'm not reading Animal Man. I will say that.
I'll pick it up and trade.
Yeah, I'm totally doing that now. I just wish I jumped on that when I had the chance. At least I did that with Frankenstein. I'm fucking loving Frankenstein. But I've been following Resurrection Man. I picked up the first two. Birds of Prey, I'm hearing okay things about Birds of Prey.
Yeah, me too. I just I don't like Poison Ivy on the team. I just plain don't like it.
It's a fascinating thing that makes me want to kind of check it out, but it's still weird.
It's really bad. I mean, she's a really horrible killer, and I don't like her on the team. I don't like the idea.
Maybe he came up with a good reason for it. Maybe there's a perfectly logical explanation, but still it's weird.
Well, it better be an insanely good reason, because...
she bought us all coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd let her on this show if she did that.
Well, she can be in your studio.
Okay, fine. You're stuck with the masturbating monkey. By the way, I'm so glad everyone loved that joke from the Q&A. Also, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. This is completely off topic, but both me and Manos would like to thank C.C. Scorsese for making the greatest picture ever.
Mm-hmm.
I will display it now for all of you. This is awesome.
That made me laugh quite a bit.
I love the fact that he didn't get a picture of me. He just attached a stalk of corn to a body. Like, because he was working on it, like, and he was asking me, hey, Duke, I need a good picture of Manos and a good picture of Cap. And he's like, just use this one from here. And Cap, I said, if you want him in like a suit, just take like a screenshot from late night or something like that. And then I assume he was doing something related to that. He didn't say he needed my picture at all, and I didn't assume anything. And then I looked for everything because it's just, as you can see, it's this massive collage of the Q&A's, inside jokes, and really. And I was like, why is there a guy with, oh, that's me. I love how I'm giving this look of, I don't know what's going on in the UN. Apparently.
I had to explain part of that picture to Lindsay because she'd only listened to two of our chats in that series. I think she listened to parts 2 and 3. And I had to point to her, oh, yeah, that's Masturbating Monkey. She's what's that? Well, I said you're going to replace me with Masturbating Monkey. It's like, oh, okay. And then...
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's how pretty much she reacts to a lot of my whimsical jokes.
That's how everyone reacts to me on a daily basis. Oh, okay, it's just you.
Yeah. And also, while we're doing this, I was going to probably talk about this at the end, but I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, the Vacuuminator. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
He follows me on Twitter.
And he follows me too.
He's very, very nice. And I think he's reviewed one of my Red Knight comics, actually. And he did a Twitter pic.
Yes.
I don't know if you got to see it. It's,
I did. I retweeted it as well. It's right here for you people to see.
Good. The evil hat. And he did did you see him review our show?
Yes, I was so flattered.
Yeah. That was really cool. No one's reviewed our show.
Jerky Chid did, but that was before you came on board.
Oh, okay.
It was a part of his whole, like, when he got 50-something subscribers, he did a mini review to count up to all of his subscribers.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I only watched mine.
I watched most of it, and I was about to, like, no offense to you, Jerky. It was just, I had stuff to do. But as soon as, because he realized he had 52 subscribers, he started suggesting my show. I'm like, I'm paying attention again.
Yeah. Well, it's just like anytime I read through someone's papers or emails, I just look for my name.
Is my name in here? Why would your name be in the Bible?
I don't know.
I'm just looking for it, okay? It could be.
Let's see. Justin is an ass. Oh, man, that's not cool.
I'm going to keep it anyway, but still, man, Rob.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let's get back to comic news.
Are you sure, Manos? Because we have to talk about Smallville Season 11 now.
Hey, what about Frank Miller's evil hat picture?
Isn't it a marvelous inside joke?
I think that was hilarious. Thank you, Vacuuminator. All right, fine. We'll talk about this fucking shit stain called Smallville.
So you're so anticipating it, right?
Oh, I'm totally buying it.
I need more toilet paper. Well, okay. I'm going to say this. When I saw the writer Brian Q. Miller's name attached, I said, okay, it has a fighting chance, because he is a good writer.
So let me get this straight. It's a Superman show with the Smallville history as the backstory. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, that is exactly what you're getting.
So it's another Superman book.
Exactly, except with a really goofy, totally messed up backstory.
Okay. So we at least get to see how Clark gets away with being Superman after everyone had seen him for like 10 years with no glasses. Suddenly he has glasses.
I looked into the sun for too long. I don't know how they explained it in season 10.
I'm actually able to accept the often joked glasses disguise if everybody had seen him just with glasses.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had seen him without the glasses, and now he becomes Superman, and I guess he starts wearing the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that even work?
Well, Miles, I have a better question.
Sure.
Why did this go for 10 seasons before this comic was announced?
Yeah, why did this outlive Birds of Prey?
Yeah, I was about to say, where's my season 2, you jerks?
Yeah!
I know it'll never happen, but still.
I'm pretty sure everybody's moved on.
I just jumped on the bandwagon. I'm sorry. But another thing is, hooray, another example of how people are copying Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yay.
Yay.
I mean,
speaking of Buffy.
Yeah, let's move on to that next, because let's face it, you and me aren't positive for season 11 at all. Oh, by the way, unless you all love Counting Crypto Freaks, it just got extended, I think.
Oh yeah, what's Logan gonna do about that? Is he gonna have to cover season 11?
He's gonna talk about that on this week's late night.
All right.
He's gonna talk about this in general, and I think he said he's considering it, if it is considered canon, I guess.
Oof.
Yeah, good luck with that. We're pulling for you, Cap. We swear. So we had the Buffy thing. I want you to take this.
Sure. Anyway, this story is titled Buffy and Abortion. So, you know,
available at children's bookstores everywhere. No, I'm sorry. That's the only joke I think I'm going to make on this, by the way.
But anyway, USA Today reports just recent issues of Buffy. This is the thing. I just recently stopped buying Buffy. I think with issue 3. I just got tired of the book, and Lindsay's still reading it, so she can. She's told me about this whole thing. Okay. But she has discovered that she's pregnant, and she presumes that the vampire on-again, off-again lover Spike is the father. And so, yeah, we're probably going to abort that vampire baby. First off, finally, maybe we have an abortion that maybe Rick Santorum can get behind. It's like, Rick, can we abort vampire babies? Is that okay? First term.
Christians don't like vampires, I'm just saying.
Yeah, is every single life form precious? It's like, oh, okay.
If it's eating your face, I think that's a disclaimer of no, but...
How about aborting the aliens from Aliens? How about that?
But that movie was awesome!
Oh, man. You know, we could go on for...
We could. It might be horribly insensitive, but we could.
Yeah, you know, there are lots of aliens that listen to this show that would be very upset.
In reality, there are a lot of people who pretty much have accepted the fact that they're alien to humanity because they follow what you and me follow. They follow us, Manos.
Ooh, very good play on words, sir. Very good play.
Good, I didn't even try.
But, yeah, this is a pretty interesting story. Let's see, I haven't read the whole thing here. They talk about, wow, I didn't expect to see the phrase in this story, life with Archie.
There you go, Manos.
But yeah, you know, it is interesting how, you know, this is one of the things I like about comics is when they do address real life issues, because you know what, a lot of these characters are supposed to be in this world, and if they are mixing up in this world, well then the problems of our world are going to infect them. So you know, this would probably, I don't know, I'll probably read Lindsay's issues. I can't afford to get everything.
Yeah, maybe you should try, like, whenever the arcs, I don't know if the current arc's over yet, the first one.
No, it's not. It's still going on.
Maybe you should, like, try and read it and see.
Yeah, maybe I'll get back onto it. But it's hilarious. I go onto this page, and there's a fucking Rick Santorum ad.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's just priceless.
Yeah, it is. It's like... Oh,
and I want to say this though, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this here, because a few people did bring this to my attention. Because, by the way, this is one of the few examples where I'm happy you people sent me a link, because I wouldn't have known about this because I'm not reading it at all.
Yeah.
When the subject was brought up, here's what the few people who sent me this said: if you don't want to do this, I don't think anyone will blame you. This is a touchy subject. Agreeably. And also, Though you proved that wrong, Manos, I wasn't sure if making fun of it was going to be the best option. Again, thank you. You proved you did it tastefully, I think.
Oh, hey, I have my little drawer full of abortion jokes. But I think in this case...
Save that for the next year's Q&A.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, it's vampires, guys.
Yeah.
You know, need to calm down. I know, and I know saying that is not going to change anybody's opinion either one way or the other. I remember I was doing a chat with Eric once, and we were discussing several topics, and we brought up abortion, and I can't remember if I said what I believe in. I'm pro-choice. I don't think he said. I don't think he said at all, one way or the other what he felt like.
I think it ended up with him going, "God damn it, Transformers 2."
Yeah, I think that's true. It's like, well, they should have aborted that film.
For all I know, he did. That sounds exactly like something he would do when you have that subject brought up.
Yeah, especially during that period.
Yeah, totally during that period.
Yeah, I remember he didn't even say what he believed in one way or the other. And he had a ton of angry comments on it. It's like, damn, can't even touch the subject without people flipping out.
I know. And again, it wasn't that I was, I'll admit there's a little fear in it just because I'm naive and I don't know much about the outside world. I still am. I'm just like, I'm focused on my life right now. Yes, there's tons of issues out there. I'm fine with just sticking with my little bubble here and dealing with my problems. And if the world's problems happen to intersect with mine, well, boy, that'll just be another episode of Wacky Hijinks for Duke. But until then, I just want to be okay with my life, deal with my problems, read my comics, do my show with my great partner, Manos, who's awesome and is the only person I know who would go spearheading into jokes, into an abortion story and bring up jokes. You're braver than I, sir.
Stay tuned for our next episode of Kooky Fun Hijinks, when Duke and I try to escort a girl into an abortion clinic through a huge crowd of protesters. We're all dressed like a horse. It's hilarious.
Why does that horse have 6 legs? It's a mutant horse. Oh, God, that would be... Someone draw that. I want to see what you do. I've been kind of wanting more, fan art for some reason lately. Do that. Start on that. So...
We're going to get an Emmy for that episode. Don't joke.
Damn right we are. Weirdly enough, it won't be for comedy.
It's a very special episode.
You're going to come out in a nice suit jacket tonight on this episode. We do this, and then it's something that, let's face it, Family Guy wouldn't do.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's a great intro? I could have one of those brightly colored, uncomfortable looking 90s sweaters, over a dress shirt, and I look really warm, but I'm wearing it anyway. And I'm sitting there, on one of those folding chairs. I turned it around so the kids know I'm down with the street.
Yes.
So tell them this episode's going to be really touchy. It's going to be about a certain subject, and we're going to lighten the mood, though, with a horse costume.
Also, Dave Coulier's cameoing in it. That wouldn't throw anybody off. Hell, that would throw Dave Coulier off. You gave me work? The hell?
I haven't been on anything since Alanis Morissette.
I got that. Okay. So, Manos, remember about a year ago when I told you that IDW was going to publish a book with Thor?
Yeah, my mind was blown by that.
And remember around San Diego when I told you they were doing the exact same thing but with Spider-Man?
I couldn't believe it.
make sure your chair that's turned around is steady with the ground, Manos, because they're doing it again with Daredevil Born Again.
Wow. Does Marvel own these characters anymore? I don't get it.
It's a joint thing, obviously. But yeah, it's just
Why don't they publish this stuff?
because they aren't creative enough to think of it.
I don't know. I just don't get it. Why doesn't Marvel, who loves money, like any company should, and won't miss any chance to make more money?
They're obviously making
like
money
any
off
company
this.
Should.
Yes.
Why don't they publish this stuff?
Because I don't know, maybe because here's the thing about these books, because they've been putting out a few of these. They did one for the Rocketeer. I think they're doing, they either did one or they are currently going to do one for the Spirit. Basically, the editors who are in charge of finding these pages from time to time have to go through Indiana Jones-esque searches to find these things, really.
Yes.
It's tough to hunt some of these pages down. I don't know about this as much. I imagine it's probably difficult. He probably had to, like, I don't know, go into some wacky situation where he had to trade it for a rubber duck or something for a page. But tell me that wouldn't be great, but still.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, some work goes into this, and in all honesty, if you look at a lot of trades, there's not that much work put into them other than, hey, we realized to put the covers in for you people. I don't know. I usually don't buy books like these either. I don't buy fancy art books. I don't buy absolutes. I don't even own omnibuses.
Mm-hmm.
For the express purpose of, I don't have a fuck ton of money. They're expensive, obviously.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's a cool idea, and if you can't afford this, hooray. And if you like this show enough, donate to us. Donate your book to us, or just your money. We could reenact the horse scene if you gave us enough money. It would pay for flight tickets. We could pay someone to either an actual pregnant woman or get someone to wear a fake aesthetic pregnant bump, and we could totally do this.
We could hire Miley Cyrus to do it.
Damn right we will. So talk to me about it after the show, and we'll totally get that set up.
She comes cheap. We can pay her in pot.
No, salvia. She's really.
Oh yeah.
They point that out a lot when they catch her with pot. No, it's salvia. That's legal. Whatever. What the fuck ever. So, Manos, I don't think you talked about the idea of this. Besides the fact that why isn't Marvel doing it?
Mm-hmm. I find these books interesting. I, like you, don't have a fuck ton of money, so I can't get them. I probably would if I did have money to spare. I love comic art. I love the whole. Oh man, I just love everything about the workings of what artists and writers do to put stories and images on page, and I really look at like this page right here from Born Again. I'm just really knocked out by it, and God, I love that story. So I do find this stuff interesting. I'm kind of a story writing art geek as far as like I love this kind of stuff with film, and I love this stuff with comics. So it's really interesting. I guess these are doing well, and they should. I mean, if I had some money, I'd be probably buy. I know I'd get this one.
I kind of considered getting, because they did this with Batman Hush. They put out like I think they called it like the unwrapped edition, where it was all the pencils with no coloring. Some of it wasn't even inked, and it's actually one of the more cheaper ones, though it's $40 retail still. And I looked at that and said, if I didn't own it already, I might consider owning this, because it was beautiful to look at, just the uncolored stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I still don't have that much money.
Yeah.
And if I ever have the money, I either use it for important things like food, or I end up buying Doctor Who DVDs, which I love. So
You want to talk about who?
Who? Okay, fine. That was a stupid joke. So, this one actually wasn't from last week, but it was rumored last week and confirmed, like, I think yesterday. So, why not? So IDW is finally getting off their ass and doing a Doctor Who Star Trek crossover.
Yay!
It's going to be the current Doctor, who is Matt Smith, and the Next Generation.
Fine!
Yeah, I'm going to say this up front. I'm not angry with it. I'm just like, I think it would work better if they just use, like, the current movie cast for some reason, since that's, you know, from this decade, well, this century.
Using that one, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with... my favorite two casts are, the first and second generations. Or original and first generation. I don't fucking know. Those first two shows.
Okay.
So, I could definitely... I actually wouldn't mind seeing... I hope it's well written. I would love to see Matt Smith, who kind of screw around in that show.
I don't know why, but if you're going to do Next Generation, I would want... Because I've been watching a lot more with the Seventh Doctor lately, and he was around when Next Gen started. I, for some reason, want to see him, but I know that won't happen because...
Oh, how neat would that be?
That would be, yeah. Because I love Sylvester McCoy. He's awesome as the Doctor. I kind of like him a little more than Tom Baker out of all the classic stuff I've been watching lately.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that won't happen for two reasons. One, even back then, he wasn't as popular. In fact, I think I mentioned this when I did the review of the TV movie. The BBC didn't want him in it. They wanted Tom Baker because he was the popular one. They wanted They wanted the transition from the popular Doctor, which, by the way, didn't matter because the movie didn't do well in America. It got beat out by the episode of Roseanne where Dan had a heart attack. I'm not making that shit up.
Oh, no, I believe you.
But, yeah, so I see that. And also, obviously, you're going to stick with the Doc. I think legally, besides maybe reprints, they have to use Matt Smith now since he's the current Doctor. Because they had to wrap up the series with David Tennant a few months after his Matt Smith started. And had to just get on the ball with that. So,
let me ask you, does it have any... Oh, are we talking about the Borg and the Cybermen?
Apparently they're going to be in it.
That would be fantastic, because the Borg are a little kind of, sort of influenced by the Cybermen.
Oh, yes, that's actually... You put it better. I hear people blatantly yell they ripped them off. Thank you for sticking classy. But, yeah, I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, it says they are finding them in here.
But that would just make sense anyway. I mean, if these universes would collide, those are the two groups you don't want working together.
Plus, we get scenes of Matt Smith eyeing at Data. Because I love it when he's amazed at things more than any other day.
Oh, man. A Matt Smith Doctor Who Data meeting has to happen. That's going to be really cool.
Well, Manos, this is going to be 8 issues long.
Woo! Wow.
I don't know if that's too long, in all honesty.
I'm very curious to see if Lindsay will buy this, because she's a big Doctor Who fan and does not care one bit for Star Trek. So, very curious to see where she falls on this.
And also, I have another thing to point out. The guys writing this, Scott Tipton and David Tipton.
Yeah.
I hear horribly mixed things about them in regards to everything they've done for IDW. And they've done fucking everything. Everything. I hear some good things. However, they did the adaptation to Wrath of Khan. Have you seen Linkara's review for that?
No. Does he hate it?
He loves the movie a lot, so obviously he hates it. And trust me, he makes a good point for why that adaptation fucked it up.
Well, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I have rarely seen a good comic book adaptation of a film.
He'll admit that too, but they're
really hard to do.
The thing is, he did the one for he did the adaptation for 3 just this week, and he admitted that though it's a little bit of a step, because he loves the third one. Hell, I love the third one. But he admits it's a bit of a step down, but it's still readable. He wasn't sad that he read it. Wrath of Khan pissed him right the fuck off. Here's why, and even I find this offensive. They screwed up the Khan scene.
Which con scene? Like the yelling scene?
Yes. Now,
okay, how did they screw it up? It's a comic. You can't hear it.
no, I mean okay, tell me, if you actually had to do this, how would you do the scene in terms of content?
I would have a big, like, spiky word balloon and maybe just really like a big like maybe half page or maybe a full page splash of Kirk flipping out.
It is a tiny panel pushed up into the corner, and you can't even barely read Khan.
Oh, well, that's not how I would do it.
Yeah, that's the scene everybody knows. You still screwed it up. Jesus. Again, that's another thing he just got annoyed about that comic book adaptation is it came out in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
For those who may not know, that's way after the movie came out. So the point of it existing, there's no point to it. IDW just said there wasn't one, so we did it.
Hey, Duke, hold on. Okay. Hey, Lindsay? Hey, do you know about that Doctor Who Star Trek crossover comic? You want to get it? Okay, Lindsay's going to get it.
Oh, all right, thanks. That just happened. But yeah, I want to give it a shot because again, though the fact that it's 8 issues might be grueling. That just seems too long for some reason.
That is, hopefully maybe it's a really good story. Now, the thing is, like, if they've had trouble in the past with adaptations, this is their story, so...
And I think, are they working with Tony Lee, the guy who... Yeah, Tony Lee's co-writing with him, so at least the Doctor Who stuff might work.
That's cool.
Again, this could be either awesome or tricky, because obviously they're completely two different shows.
Oh my god. I would love to see Doctor Who meet Q.
Make that happen, you bastards.
Yeah. Fuck that. I need that in the show. Next season of Matt Smith, Q needs to show up.
What the hell am I doing here? I crossed a different universe. I don't know if they're listening, but they should be. That's a great idea.
Get that actor who plays Q.
Hey, he's willing to do My Little Pony. If he says no to this...
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because me and my sister have actually been watching that show together.
Yeah. It's
a good show, in all honesty. I can see why there's a really creepy male fan base for it. I'm sorry, but whenever you see a bunch of slightly older men in love with a girl's TV show, there's no way to not make that creepy.
Mm.
And it's a really hilarious show though. I'm Jerky Chid is falling in love with it. He's become a brony. He's admitted. I am not a brony. I will state that here and now. But it is a good show. I see why it has, at least understandably, see the praise. Why the hell they made a... Okay, this is going to scar you, Manos, but I have one question for you.
Okay.
Do you know what a fleshlight is? I'm serious.
How should I answer this? Okay, you tell me.
You should just answer this and go, yes, please, don't make this hurt. It will, but at least ask.
Mm-hmm. Like, you still want me... Oh.
I'll just say it for you. Some fucked up mind out there is trying to make that product I just mentioned for the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fans out there who are just a little more creepier than the others. Good luck with that. Someone showed me that, and it scarred me for life.
Is this a light attached to a dick?
No.
Okay. Thank God. Oh.
Everyone's going to get a lesson here. What it is it's basically... Here's what
I thought that's what you were going to tell me.
No, here's what it is.
Like, people are putting flashlights on their penis.
It's a little worse than that. It's essentially a portable vagina. in the shape of a flashlight.
A portable vagina. Isn't that called a vagina?
This one's even more portable.
Because they kind of move around.
This one, men can take anywhere without having to worry. Unless they break it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry for anyone who's scarred by this, but you got to understand, blood came out of my nose when I heard about this. I'm just like, ow.
I don't know what to think anymore. I feel like my life has been a horrible lie up until this point.
That's what stopped me from doing comic news for 2 months.
Oh, really? That's what did that?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Laziness in college did that, Manos.
All right. Hey, let's go from that horror to the horror of The Walking Dead getting sued. Actually, Tony Moore suing Robert Kirkman over their Walking Dead deal.
Yes. Now, I actually have been reading up a little on this because I read Fear Agent recently, and Tony Moore did that. By the way, you should all buy Fear Agent and trade. It's fucking amazing. It's a crazy Texan traveling through space. I'm just gonna say that. And he's likable, by the way, Manos, in case that scared you.
What?
He's a likable guy.
I'm sure there's a likable Texan.
I guess you could say some of my family.
President Johnson was kind of likable.
Yeah. There's probably a cartoon character from Texas I liked.
Yeah, I just said President Johnson.
Oh, okay. So
he was a cartoon character, and he was very likable.
Hooray! Anyway, I'm thinking of that guy from The Simpsons.
I don't like him.
I like him when he's shooting guns randomly. I'm stupid. I'll admit that. Anyway,
let's see. There was President Johnson's tapes were released a few years back.
Yes.
And there's this hilarious one where he's talking to his doctor, and he uses the word bunghole, which is hilarious.
In the Texas accent.
In the Texas accent. He says, well, the pain goes up to my bunghole. Now, he's sitting in the Oval Office talking to a doctor. And
oh, God, that needs to be documented and put on film.
Oh, it is. I found a video of it on YouTube, actually.
I mean, in an actual movie about that guy's life.
Oh, well, that'll happen. You know, Randy Quaid played Johnson in a TV movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I kind of like Randy Quaid as an actor from a few movies.
Not Randy Johnson. Did I say Randy Johnson? I meant...
No, you said Quaid.
I did. Okay. Quaid. Randy Quaid, yeah, okay. But there's no bunghole scene. This was... man, that would have been great.
Should we talk about the story?
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, Moore says he was duped into signing his interest in the material over to Kirkman. Basically, he's stating he hasn't been paid any of the money that he would be getting from trade sales and the money he would be getting from the TV show, because he did the first 6 issues. And I think he did a bunch of covers, too. But then Kirkman countered and said, no, he's getting paid. He always gets his paychecks. It's just this argument over money. It's not going to end well. I'll say this here. I think Image... However, I do love a friend of mine's theory that Image cooked this up because once the Spawn lawsuit was over, they're like, crap, now we have nothing. Quick, piss off Tony Moore.
Fans love lawsuit stories.
Damn right they do, because we can't get Image United off the ground, so we need a lawsuit.
That brings droves of fans into stores.
There's a lawsuit. I'm going to my local comic shop. This show's been weird, isn't it?
No, I don't think... it doesn't seem any different to me.
Yeah, good point.
Must be your problem.
Yeah, I
What is your deal?
I don't know. Reality changed for me after I realized, hey, I talked to a girl for a straight hour without her trying to run away. I'm not in my reality anymore.
You're an adult now.
No, I'm not. I am far from that.
Soon the days of blue balls will be behind you.
Manos, you say we're adults, but about a half hour ago, you and me basically said we're going to try and escort a teenage pregnant girl into an abortion clinic in a horse suit. I don't think I'm an adult.
No. That is what adults do. You'll see.
When we finally produce it and make the movie.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the daily life of an adult.
Well, my dad's been lying to me then. Oh, okay. So, again, what do you think about this, Manos?
Are you talking about the Walking Dead lawsuit?
Yes.
Well, it does give me pause, for thought and how all this stuff works. I hope Hickman does do right by him. I mean, is Walking Dead created by both of them? Or did he just draw the first 6 issues?
I think he's credited as creator, as co-creator. I think. I don't know.
See, that's the thing. It's like, if he's listed as a co-creator, then, even if he's not attached to the project anymore, when we do stuff like, T-shirts and figures and TV shows and stuff like that, there has to be something involved with more. Now, I don't know if maybe more... See, I see this thing. I don't really know much about this story and their agreement, so I can't really pick a side, really.
Neither can I. I don't want to say because I've only read a little bit of Invincible by Kirkman. That's it. So I don't have any real attachment to the guy like a lot of other people do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Either way, like I said, this is gonna end up bad. This is just gonna be ugly by the end of it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it might end up okay.
Yeah, he is listed as a creator. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
So yeah. So with the thrilling life that is lawsuits and comics,
we got another one for you.
We got another one. This one involves Gary Friedrich, who, by the way, I kind of wish I went up to him and said, like, because he was at that convention I went to in June, which I found out is not having one this year, which saddens me.
Oh.
And the only one closest is like in Iowa. I don't want to drive that because again, the town that one was in was only an hour away. Where it is in Iowa is like 3 hours. And I don't want to do that just because if I go there, I'm just going to go there for a day. I know how I work. But anyway, I kind of felt like I should have went up to him and took video and had him say, "This is comic news with Duke and Manos" or something, but I didn't for one main reason. You couldn't go in line without either buying something from him, either an autograph or a book, which he would later autograph. So that stopped me. And now Marvel's demanding a lot of money from him for the Ghost Rider, because he hasn't been doing a lot of stuff creative-wise. Like, he isn't working on anything. So obviously he has to bank on convention appearances, like the one I just mentioned. And you got to make money somehow. Again, I'm not against paying, but he wanted $30 for books that I know were 15 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I have a question of, you technically realize that there's a possibility you could get sued for this because you're not the creator. You just bought a bunch of books from a comic shop and are selling them now. That thought came to me. And also he, makes these prints, and I can't lie. Prints are nice. Hell, I got one from Jeremy Hahn, who was extremely busy, so I couldn't ask him to do the thing I wanted Gary Friedrich to do for me. If he would have, we would have had a video with a random comic book artist saying that.
Now, are these copies, or is this original material he made?
I think it's copies.
Oh, copies?
Yes, and Marvel, because they won the lawsuit over the creative rights for Ghost Rider, which is being made into an insane movie with Nick Cage coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, after this, you should all go to Hulu, go to the Saturday Night Live thing, and type up, Get in the Cage with Andy Samberg doing a Nick Cage impression with Nick Cage. That is hilarious. I think I put it on Facebook. You can go find it there, Manos. But sorry, that's a beef aside. So he doesn't get that much money now. Now Marvel's demanding money because, well, he technically doesn't have the rights, which that is a bullcrap excuse because Jeremy Hahn didn't have rights to Batman. And hey, look, a Jeremy Hahn Batman print that's staring at me. So that's
Maybe
a bit of
DC doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe it's time to sue that guy.
No, I like him.
But
like when I met him for 5 minutes, he was the nicest guy in the world.
It doesn't seem fair, you know. Frankly, it does seem like an over extreme because even if he wins this lawsuit, he's got to get a lawyer. And
though it's not here, I did see that some people are starting some sort of fund to help him out.
I wonder if I wonder if the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund can do something for him.
I know that. Hope they can. I think they're trying to do something about that, or at least some writers are trying to get them to do that.
Because I know the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, usually defends comic creators and writers who are unfairly litigated against usually local courts will put them away for what they consider to be obscene material and stuff like that, or just simply fighting for the rights to express their work. I don't know if they can jump in on. I hope they can because I think this would be a good case for them.
Maybe the Hero Initiative as well. The Hero Initiative.
Hero Initiative, okay. Because I don't know. It just doesn't seem fair. I mean,
it doesn't.
Was Marvel really hurt by this?
Well, to be fair, this guy was causing them hell for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's justified. $70,000. No, that's not justified.
Are you saying this is payback for the lawsuit they had?
Possibly. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but to be fair, because Friedrich was kind of, in lack of better terms, a little cuckoo about this thing at times.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I don't know. I don't judge people. I'm insane, folks, and you people watch me and try not to judge me, so I can't say much. That might be it. Again, maybe it's just the fact that because he does obviously claim he's the creator, even he was, like, there was a big banner stating, creator of Ghost Rider, Gary Fredericks. Even though, he was fighting legally to even be able to say that. Again, this might be just horrible karma because I don't think this guy deserves it. 17,000, really? This guy can barely make a living off conventions. And this shit happening is just kind of despicable.
Well, we'll see how far the lawsuit goes. But that's kind of not great.
Yeah. We ended this one on a downer.
Yeah, we should have ended this with stupid sex jokes.
To be fair, I was considering putting the Buffy one last, but I thought it.
No, that'll be the downer. Let's talk about the Ghost Rider lawsuit.
Thanks for proving me wrong, Manos, as always.
That's it. That you have just proved that abortion is more of a cheerful story than Ghost Rider lawsuits.
Well, we don't know how bad that movie's going to be yet, Manos. Let's not jump to conclusions.
That's right. Yeah, okay. I got to tell you, with the Ghost Rider trailer, I wasn't going to watch it, but I out of the two trailers I've seen and some background, I saw an interesting background film about how they directed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say, I'm kind of interested in seeing it.
Yeah, like, it looks like it could be fun at least.
Yeah, I mean, did you? The director did a lot of weird stunt work to get shots. Like he'd be like on like rollerblades, being pulled by the bike, getting the shot with his camera, to the point where he could be hurt.
Okay, that's commitment.
That's
commitment.
I don't think I've seen a director do shit like that. And they have him actually they showed footage of him being pulled on wires, like that scene where that guy is jumping like from that big hillside road and shooting at that car. Did you have you seen that shot?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, the director was being pulled on ropes behind that stuntman with the camera as they were going off that cliff. So I was like, wow, I really respect that commitment in a filmmaker. So I don't know. I might reward that filmmaker with a film. I love Ghost Rider, even though I've rarely seen very good stories done with the character. I don't know. I just, I might go see it. It's like, what the fuck? It might be better. I mean, it can happen.
Yeah, I agreed with Cap's review of it that he did. I had fun with it, and also I love Sam Elliott. I like him.
Yes, Sam Elliott's really cool in that, and I agree. There are a lot of problems with the movie, and I think Logan's review is very accurate. It's very uneven, but it is hardly, the worst film. It's hardly the worst comic book film in the last 5 years. Or 6 years. I can't even remember when it came out. It was 2008.
I think it was
2007. I think
it was 7. It was 7.
Wow.
Again, I might say, because a friend of mine, he actually really did like the first movie. He wants me to go see it with him, and I'm not totally. Again, it could look like fun for a matinee, so who knows?
What the hell?
$5 if they say that phrase like 5 times in the movie.
Oh, let's see. Hey, by the way, speaking of films, is The Artist playing in your area?
I don't know, and I've been meaning to check that out because I've been seeing ads, but that doesn't mean anything around here.
Yeah. Oh, if it does play in your area, I do recommend seeing it. It's really, really good. And if you feel like, I don't know, if you almost feel like a little guilty pleasure, like you're out of the cool club for liking Ghost Rider 2, like, clean your palate with The Artist. And go, hey, no, I mean, this was just dumb fun. I like other films, too, like The Artist. You can, throw that in people.
I did the opposite thing of that. I went to Scott Pilgrim and then went to see The Expendables. Mm-hmm. So I see that in the opposite way. So I might take, I don't know. I need to see. If so, I might see it. I don't know. So that was our show. A lot longer than usual, but damn it, you love us, so you'll forgive us. So let's get the stuff out of the way. You can follow us both on Twitter, where we're exactly like this. You can...
Except in text form.
In text form, where we're funny. We talk about, possibly talk about our gut reactions to comic news or anything in our lives. In fact, there will probably a day where I'll get bored and just riff on Doctor Who. I want to do this.
I've seen him. He's crazy.
I don't know what to do. And Manos, I believe we were talking about something earlier about Knights and how they're read.
Oh, yes. I self-publish a comic called Red Knight, and issue 3 is coming out tomorrow as we record this. So it's coming out this week, and you can order it now online. You don't have to live in Virginia. You don't even have to step foot in this fucking state. You can order it online. You can pay me through PayPal. Look up my email address, brother-justin@hotmail.com. And it's $3 an issue with $2 shipping in U.S., $3 shipping for international. I recently changed the international shipping from 4 to 3, so it's $3 for international. And if you want to get all 3 issues in one lump sum, that's $9 plus $2 shipping. So get at it, because it'll get you laid.
Indeed. Though I have yet to update last week's show on it, this show is available as a podcast. It's time consuming, and also the website we're using hates my computer. I just want to get that out of the way. But yeah, that one and this one will be available. Usually they'll be available for about a month because along with GMC, we have limited space. So we can only keep shows up there for so long. But you'll have it for at least a month. And if, say, we don't have a show next week, you have an extra week. It's an extra life. But, yeah, if you like, because I don't know if I told you this, Manos. Someone basically admitted to me that instead of paying attention in his English class, he listens to us.
Well, that's kind of not smart. You shouldn't listen to us. We're stupid.
We are.
We're not going to help you in life.
But Manos, you just said you'd get him laid if you find your comic book.
Okay, I will get you laid.
But other than
I will take that back. You have a good point. I will get you. Follow me, and you will get laid.
I follow him already.
That's right. And look how wonderful you're doing so far.
Damn right.
You talk to a girl, and that's just the first step.
This is the weirdest promotional thing we've ever done. Anyway.
Actually, it's every commercial I've ever seen says, buy our product and you'll get laid.
They're not saying it out loud.
No, obviously. No, they're not going to get that on TV. But if you eat at McDonald's, if you buy our car, if you use our toothbrush, if you use our paper clips, you will get laid.
McDonald's is a fat-out lie. No one's looking at me when I go to McDonald's and say, oh, yeah.
No. In commercial land,
okay,
women are drawn to whoever buys that product, like beer.
Yes. You know what's really funny? In my composition class, we talked about advertisement and how it can be awful. So this is ironic. But, okay, that was our show. I'd like to thank anyone who watched all of the Q&A. That was a lot of fun, obviously. I apologize for my microphone. Obviously, it fixed itself in between last week's show and then, somehow. But again, I had fun with that. It created a slew of jokes, and it was the most fun I've had in a long time. Any other words of wisdom we should give him, Manos?
I think I've run out of wisdom.
You used a lot of it up in that speech you made.
Yeah, I have to save up my wisdom again.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I just want to say this. Check out Comic Book Late Night this week. Please, I like it, and you should like it too.
Yeah, that's true. We don't really cross-promote as much as we should. Logan's show is awesome, and I'm very happy it's back.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a link to the Ustream, but I'll put a link to the current video promoting it. The link will be there, and it's 10 o'clock Central. Central. Few people got that confused and said, I got there at 11 o'clock my time and nothing happened. Central. And, hey, we might be there in the chat doing what we do here in text form. So, yeah, please, Cap and, I can't remember the guy's name. Who does the announcements? Tim Lyons. They had some bugs in the last one, but they still, worked hard and got it out. It was fun. Please watch. We both like it. We both endorse this. And, yeah, that's it. Until next time, I'm Duke.
And I'm the real Manos.
Peace.